specialist, so I'm going to be doing, this is a video of an attempt pair of my Euathlus Sp.Yellow. This is an unsuccessful pairing, but I still wanted to post a video anyway to try to, show you that their behaviors. The male was very willing and the female just wasn't, she wasn't ready. So I did Shark Tank them twice prior to this video. I didn't Shark Tank them afterwards, even though I said I would. I left them in there for a moment, and then I just took the male out. I didn't want to add any extra stress to the female, because quite possibly she could be already inserted. I wasn't certain. But we also will be doing a rehousing of my Euathlus versicolor. The motive, this is the original enclosure that I have it with, so I'm going to remove it out of here and put it in something temporary, and then I'll take it out of there and I'll put it in this enclosure. It doesn't have more floor space, but this A.ve hasn't traveled around this cage. What it does need is, it does need more height. So, and as you can see, I put, there's holes in here for cross ventilation, but it does need more height. So we're going to provide that for it. And it is very humid in here, as you can see. So I'm going to try to create the same atmosphere inside this, but just give it a little more height to be able to climb up. A.ve's really like to climb. They like to be high up. They're known to go to the farthest branches you can find in the rainforest where you find them at. They often tend to glide off of them to escape predators. So I just wanted to give it just a little more height. Maybe put some type of flower arrangement inside of it. Let it climb up and web around it. So we're going to set this up. We're going to get it out. We're going to get this video going. Okay, so I have my heating gun already heating up. I'm going to get this A.ve out of its enclosure. Here's my little knick-knack area. I'm going to get this A.ve out of its enclosure. I'm going to get it in something new. I'm going to put it in something temporary for now, because I don't want to do a lot of moving around while it's in there. And I may have to put a hole in this. Okay, this way it fits. And we're going to get it out of there to something temporary, like this, until I get it out. And I'm going to get some holes and put some holes in this. I'll use my soldering gun to do that. And get right back to you. Alright, you two. See him trying to tap her. Let's see if he can rile her up. She's walked off. He is raring to go. Let's try to do this now. You see him? He is shaking. He's trying to vibrate, let her know that he is definitely the man for her. So he approaches her again. Let's see what happens. And again, she turns him down. This man is putting out all the stops. Trying to get her to get a little close down. should see each other. See, he is shaking. Okay, YouTube, I'm back. We have the enclosure set up. I took out the thimble that I had in this last enclosure, and I just remounted it to this enclosure. And I took a simple leaf pattern and then glued it, and then put some dry substrate on top of it. And then to make sure that everything was everything, I put it in the freezer just for about 5 minutes, if that. So here is his enclosure. I let it put some warm water in it, so get some humidity in there. And you see the humidity already started to collect up. And we're gonna rehouse this little bad boy right now. Little paintbrush. Got it. Just gonna rehouse this little booger right now to get it in its new enclosure. And they jump. Okay, we got it inside. Put the cap on. And here it is. Inside this new enclosure. So now it has more height. Doesn't necessarily need that much room, and I had to lower the substrate because we didn't want the prey to actually be able to burrow under so much substrate. So here we are. Here it is. And I think it's going to be more happy here. And I know people wonder, why do I use the electrical tape, the surgical tape, and write on top of it? Well, when you do make labels, the thing about labels is they end up peeling off, they get old. These can get wet, and you can continue to use them, and you can continue to take them off, and they'll stick over and over and over again. Last a lot longer than your labels do. If I could print the names on them, I would do that, but consequently I can't. But the surgical tape can get wet, and it will stay on top of the enclosure. So I just find it better to do this and write it out and whatever. So here's my Avicularia versicolor. It's very small, but I'm sure it's gonna like his new house. And the reason why I like to use silk plants, even though with my Therophorus sturmi I have a real plant in there and silk plants, I like to use the silk plants because they do trap in the water for the moisture. So it's almost like having peat moss without having the problems of peat moss. So if that makes any sense to you, I hope that you use it. And that's that. I always make sure I put the water dish in arboreal tanks above the substrate, and I put it near a hole that I can actually put my syringe to actually put the water back inside without actually disturbing the tarantula as often as as possible. And now we have more space on the arboreal shelf. And there we go. Alright, YouTube, appreciate you tuning in. Small 20 Tarantula, everything is Gunsmoke. And I hope you appreciate the pairing of, well, the attempted pairing of the Euathlus Sp.Yellow, even though it was unsuccessful, even though I did not get a pairing in this video. I did Shark Tank them twice for 24 hours, a little more, on the second Shark Tank prior to this video. So you never know, I might be telling you I have a sack weeks from now. And tune in, I have a video coming for parents to have you understand why it's more beneficial to have a tarantula than have almost any other pet that there is. So with that, I thank you guys for tuning in. And again, this is Small 20 Tarantula. This is the new CEO of TarantulaFacts.com. That is TarantulaFacts.com. fax, fax.com, and everything is gun